Watching for the 84.
Yeah, he definitely blew right front there. You can see that easy.
And that looks just here. Here's a 26 on the bottom.
Yeah, 26 on the bottom.
The 12 in the middle. And the 26 comes up right out next to the wall, just as we were talking about. And he just turns. And that's just where you're at 45 laps on a run, or with 25 or 30 laps on a set of tires.
Yeah, like exactly off the set of tires.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's off of them by that time.
Ryan was running 19th. The lucky dog, as Boris said, he was the only car 1 lap down. He'll come around and be the 41st car on the lead lap. A.J. Allmendinger is out of the race. John Wood 7 laps down. Coke Zero. It's Juan Pablo Montoya in the 42.
He was just, I think Biffle was trying to use all the racetrack because he needed it, but Montoya was already there.
Yeah, Montoya had a good run coming up out of the corner, and just like we saw coming out of 2 earlier with the 12 car, these guys need the entire racetrack. So when they come off on the bottom, they let the car come all the way to the top, and you saw that Biffle just came up across the hood of the 42 car.
On board with Bobby Labonte.
Lap 70 at the line, yes, 7-0.
And he didn't, and Montoya,
Watch yourself here, keep low.
Montoya didn't hook him by much. I mean, that was, we get right to this spot where these guys have run all these laps on these tires, and so, you want to make it to this part, Kyle, without being the caution.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the right front's going to blow on somebody's car.
This is the longest we've run on tires. Watch his 77. He never turns a wheel.
Wow,
never turns the wheel and avoids the wreck. He just stayed the course, and I mean, that was good. But I mean, Elliott had no warning of this. You see it just blow the right front fender off the car when the tire comes apart.
David Gilliland in the 38.
He just got loose on that bump and went to catch it, and unfortunately, actually Newman got away with it.
Newman, I think, bounced off the wall, and then you saw the 5 car evidently got in the back. But you see, just like the 31 said, you heard Burton say, I really didn't hit anything, and he didn't. The thing slid just straight as a shot down that short chute. It dug the left front end, but you see this car bounce and then take off. Bounce sideways, boom, up the racetrack. Newman had no place to go. But look at the front of Newman's car. It's just perfect, man. It's like nothing happened to the front of his car.
He did hit it pretty good with the right rear.
Side. But when the car bounced off the left of Newman's, see, he's turned. He got turned right there.
I believe Vickers got into him on that one.
Okay, well, you saw it just get turned because it's easy, boom. It moves to the left. And that's not you braking. That's somebody running in the back of you and turning you.
And that could have been a lot bigger.
Yeah, that was at the front of the field.
Yep.
Kyle said it. Everybody did a really good job avoiding that. A lot of cars went down the pit road.
It's Jeff Burton in the 31. See,
yeah, that is Vickers. That's Vickers.
Yep.
And just barely turn. Just barely.
Pit road is open. The cars are there. Here's Ralph.
Watch the 26. Just tries to sneak up in front of Vickers. Vickers was there. Just another one of those close calls on somebody saying, you know what, you're clear when you're not.
Yeah, and that's, once again, that's a hard place. Just as Larry said earlier, coming out of turn 4, it's hard to clear somebody going away from you into turn 1. And this is right in the short chute, going away from where the spotters are. And it's hard to clear somebody.
Yeah, and yeah, that was just really tight. And you're in the shadows.
Oh, and the 1 car did a great job. He just held his line.
He stood on the gas.
He's in the gas. He's out in the dirt.
He does not want to go back up that banking in front of all these cars.
This is Tony Stewart's prelude to the dream right here. Watch him gas it up right here. Stands right back in the gas. Look at that thing spin.
He's in the cushion.
Defending champion of this race. Oh,
and he got into him. I can't. Who was that?
Truex.
I think it's Truex in the 1 car.
Digging into him hard, but
no.
Man, it's unbelievable that he didn't take a bunch of cars with him.
Because
see, Ryan's down all the way on the bottom. Ryan was he just got caught up in somebody else's mess. The 11 got turned. I couldn't tell who that was. And Ryan was in the wrong place at the wrong time. That's all that was.
And the first accident, Ryan's on the outside, gets pinned on the outside wall. This time he's on the bottom. And it's just one of those nights where you can't get a... That's the 1 car.
Yeah.
I think it's the 1 of
it was Truex's car. Yeah.
Truex's car.
And it's just, you know, this is what time of race. Everybody's going to get more and more greedy.
That's right. And it's the same thing we saw in the first accident off 2 when they spun down the backstretch, when Ryan spun down the backstretch there. They just all come up off the corner and they're trying to get out to the wall. is you see the 1 car, the 11 cars all the way out the wall. The 1's right there. Boom. He touches him, and as he comes straight back across and just clips the front of the 12 car.
6. Yeah, watch for this.
Yeah, the 6 car got the 20 loose.
Yes, and JJ did a great job of hanging on. But those guys, this is a chain reaction accident right there. The 6 got into the 20, and everybody sees it, and they begin to check up. And we saw the 31 get run over a minute ago. He just got run over again right there.
You know, that's why, you know, guys wanted to stop and get their stuff, make their stuff better, but you don't want to be at the back, like you were talking about.
JJ did a really nice job hanging on to that race car.
Yeah, he did.
Jeff Burton hasn't finished out of the top 15 all season.
God, how did he not hit that car?
I don't know.
Every time I see it, it's like, I can't believe he didn't hit it.
Oh.
And the 5 just turned sideways. And I'm trying to see who got into the 31. That would have been the 2 car, Kurt Busch.
But they were checking up because I think the 83 got in the back of the 5 car almost.
Oh, jeez.
If you look at it.
I know, I'm telling you. It doesn't. Like, okay, he's going to hit him this time.
I think
that's right. On board with Jeff Burton.
What's the 83 in the... Oh, no. 5 car just got on the brakes. I think the 5 car... It's amazing. Every angle you see something different, man. Because it's like the...
We've seen this so many times tonight where you're coming from the bottom, you think you're clear, and you're not.
It's Joe Nemechek in the 78. Sorry, Wally.
And basically, you're just running over somebody's left front fender.
Yeah, and you think you got the guy cleared, and you need that extra 3 foot of racetrack. That's all you need is that, because you see him come straight off the bottom of the racetrack, right up, and get into Nemechek on the outside wall. But he needs that to make his car turn.
These guys are just...
that's 4 wide.
Here's the 48.
And it's really started at the 8 car.
Oh, the 22 come out. He got bump drafted.
The 8 car and the 88 slowed down. I can't see who's behind the 88. It looked like Blaney just turned left to try to avoid what was happening in front of him, and he caught the 48.
It's Regan Smith in the 01.
You see the Army car up there, and they start wiggling back there, and Blaney just turns left because they start checking up. But man, they're middle of a pack right there. And then the 44 Rudiman gets turned. It just, then once it starts happening, you're just along for the ride practically.
Does Terry have it on board?
I don't know, but he's probably questioning why he's in that car right now. That was really pretty amazing. Terry just held his line, and it's been amazing how these guys have just held their lines tonight. You see JJ out in the grass there, and the 15 car who's had a great qualifying run, and his night's just not been the greatest.
It was the
that happens here was because of the slow start. They were so bunched up. Jeff was trying to block and couldn't block. Right. He made his move way too late, and Carl was already there because Carl was not down on the line. So I mean, there was plenty of room.
But that was a really, really slow restart. That always causes troubles on a racetrack like this.
Because of the accordion effect. Now this wreck, these guys are already, but you see these guys running the wall. This is coming out of turn 4. Here's the start-finish line. They're 3 wide right here, 4 wide right here. You see these guys are sideways, but they're gathering it back up. They're gathering it back up. The wreck starts right here if you see Michael on the inside when the 77 comes across.
And the 77 got pushed over.
Pushed over, yeah. He got
28.
Because they were bunching up so bad. But you watch those guys, there must be 7 cars that run into each other from the start-finish line. And saved it until they get to the first corner.
Now watch the 6 car here. Look, and then him and Boyer get way out of shape, like Kyle said. And all these guys behind him are checking up. They got to slow down, and they're trying to avoid it. Then, all of a sudden, you'll see the 77, he gets run into by the 28 right there, which turns Michael. And that's what really caused, that's what finished off the wreck, I guess I should say.
And you see J.J. Yaley in that 20 car, relief driving for Tony Stewart.